why they're playing this one out.
Teams like Xset, DRX, PaperX, FPX. 2 of those were the last finalists. The other 2 are also in this playoff stage. And the last one in this tournament was Boom. Now, that's just an absurd record to have. I would love to see them face off against Fnatic on this at some point to maybe have the final showdown, but...
It's a missed lineup. Right off the bat, Finesse goes up on top, onto the lamp. We're able to keep the control up close, but ultimately no real impact. They weren't peaking in a position that would have netted any sort of result. 2 players spotted towards...
Do not go in there.
Finesse wants to take a space.
Okay, fuck it.
Against pistols, 2 in lamps, and they push in. That's a brave play.
I think he expected them to just stay back after the utility went through, and instead just re-aggress back into position.
Throwing.
Now this needs to be some miracle shots coming out from Yumpy. Oh, Marv,
oh god, that guy swung.
All part of the script.
He literally had 3 kills with his
that could have been so bad if you just stayed there.
They placed a little trap.
That was actually the killer round.
Surely we're not losing to campers.
Yeah. We resorted to camping, I see.
Not always.
Demasync hasn't heard that one before.
Yeah, no, he might he'll be coining that phrase from here on out.
He does love running through smokes. That's something that we've seen quite a bit in previous maps. I'm very happy we don't have Haven today because he gave me nightmares watching that map prior, but in this one at least, relatively clean. Navera has managed to at least get himself an SMG, but Marv, I'm going to be honest, he already looks much stronger on this map than the last.
I'll even say on the sand, actually, just on the point of running through smokes. I've never seen Demasync with some shrouded steps that were questionable. He never died to them, which is the funny thing, but it's like a point where they were...
When does 100 Thieves play?
Bad.
Okay.
I thought.
Okay. Slightly different word
yeah.
B and ends in D.
But here we go. Team Liquid full buy up. They get the rifles into play. Light shields, though, a few disadvantages here and a few pieces of missing utility. I mean, you already see a boom bot, snake bites. Like, this definitely isn't a comfortable buy all round. They wanted to have more impact even in the previous round. And Optic, well, they've set themselves up fantastically coming into this bonus. The opportunity right away to seize space, grab an orb, and well, that's a fantastic early round. Hey, you're on this round, you'll take every little advantage you can get.
Marv not far away from that orbital strike as well, so it's definitely the right place to be putting them. They've still held on to control elsewhere. Again, these deep smokes being thrown down by Demasync. Playing quite an aggressive position for your Brimmy. Against the support, of course, of Yumpy, who's going to be able to wall off in towards Hookah if they need it. Another stack of players elsewhere on the map. You can even see still looking for information outside of A. And actually the wall, placed down now just to try and delay if they were to push in that direction.
Okay, scroll wheel finger had to be getting sore after that, but he's finally finished jump peeking. Now they take the space after the smoke is faded. And another comes down to stop them on their way through to the site. This does drag rotations from Team Liquid. You can see that Scream has made his way from the A site, but he doesn't last long. Starts to move back, just lobbing the nade, giving away that he's actually towards this part of the map. And, well, maybe
Tom.
from it instead. They've gone speeding forward, spotted a player in the corner, taking Demasync down, and Yumpy doesn't last much longer. Scream needs to go nuclear on the site, and only 2. It's
the guy in the back.
Upgraded weapons to plant, and what was that?
I think Navera just thought he had some sort of timing, hearing the footsteps and wanting to get ahead of it. Instead, now the majority of players healed back up, and Sogas, the star of the last map, he's in between a crossfire that he should never be getting out of. Oz is just going to ego peek him completely. Takes his head off, 3-0 to Optic, bonus round 1, and anybody who doubted this team coming into number 2, silent.
Team Liquid immediately calling a timeout. That was a statement round from Optic. Fantastic start, as we said, they went into bathroom, they took space, they grabbed an orb, they run it back, slowly chip away at the map control on B long. And when that blitz comes through, those duels are phenomenally successful. Third round.
Why am I chatting as well?
Back to the drawing board.
Why do I chat as well?
Nico, right off the bat. Optic are closer to having more of their ultimates online. They've got rifles, they've got credits to fall back on. Definitely not the foot in the door they wanted.
And that's the thing. I think we noted a lot of rounds in the previous map where Liquid were able to get away with a lot of aggression on that defensive side, catch players off guard, and basically just dismantle any plan that Optic had. You can see in this map, they're looking a lot more comfortable, able to slow the pace down, very happy to be patient for that utility to run out. And any of these cheeky plays that are being attempted, these individual plays out from Liquid are just failing miserably. And we're only going into the first few rounds. Of course, there's a lot of
Crowd's not happy.
do something differently. The fact is, though, Optic
Wait, we see his strats. Can anyone zoom in on that and fucking actually turn it into text?
Has started off much stronger.
I'll pay.
Again, I'm a little bit
I need those
worried
strats,
for Liquid,
dude.
and I think they are
So I know exactly what not to do. EU strats KEKW in the chats. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we set it up
NA
right
scores
to start
again.
the day. Win condition for Liquid was Breeze. When it came to Bind, it feels a little bit too convincing for Optic. The wind in their sails from the previous map. We thought maybe there'd be hope for Liquid, but they certainly haven't started this one out with a strong stride.
The thing is, though, this map pool is still very good for Liquid, especially with them taking home Breeze. Like, Ascent is probably their best map. Maybe Icebox, it's arguable, but to end there, they'll be very happy with it. It's more so just the same that we said about Optic in the last map. If Liquid just get boomed here, they do have some players that work very poorly if the mental goes bad.
You heard it in the interview that Team Liquid said there's no team that has that kind of team atmosphere that they do. But that can still be hard to pick yourself back up when things do start to fall apart. Somewhere Team Liquid, I think, have had minimal testing.
Oh.
It's opening strong. Yumpy, of course, just with a pistol, as are most of his teammates. This is a risky push from Finesse. He's been going for these fights a lot.
Look at them go. Look at them go.
Both players on the lurk.
It's so weird. Like something just like
already gonna clear
something just ticks in their brain on map 2.
They're like, oh fuck, we might actually lose.
They start like aiming and like
he is being watched for.
Finesse is hitting shots. It's just like
position they could possibly be coming from, and Spike gonna go down without any
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Optic.
Yeah, wait, what?
There's Liquid to fight with getting back into this. They've got a blast pack, but 3 HP on screen. And Dimasic, chance to do some damage maybe on that Spectre. I don't know where we'll end on this one. I mean, it seems the Team Liquid will want to lose their lives. Almost without a doubt. Scream, though, is on the other side of the map. He is rotating all the way around. I mean, they'll assume that he's towards the spawn, maybe intending to die to the spike instead. He's going to try to wrap all the way up on them. And this could be huge, but they have got players watching it. There's just too many Optic players alive right now.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what the plan is here. Like what he's hoping to achieve from this position. He's going to have to just run all the way around and try and die to the spike, and I don't think he's going to do it in time. So yeah, he's kind of just trounced his own economy and found absolutely nothing for it.
What the fuck?
Well, no.
That's
a
blunder for sure.
Oh, wait.
Oh, stats, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm always willing to give him the faith that, you know, there's some sort of plan there that I'm not seeing, but the writing wasn't on the walls.
You save KEKW, it's quite simple.
The thing is, unless he was trying to get like 2 kills and like die and then get enough for his ult.
I'm sorry, Scream. I think he thought he had more time.
You know, not a bad idea.
I'm not
to catch
sure.
him off guard, but the time was the issue there. A very strange start, and now, wow, right off the bat, Yumpy has lost his life. Optic giving absolutely no room to Team Liquid, no space granted. Finesse again up here on mid. He's been spotted, and this time he'll pay with his life. Look at the trade from Marv. They haven't cleared the box. And now they do. A blast pack play from Victor.
That was beautiful.
And the site seems to be theirs. Scream trying to sneak his way around.
I think they're serving breakfast today, huh?
This quickly.
He's got to hope for a decent here, and nobody missing on the side of Optic.
It's like a different fucking team playing.
These rounds
for both sides.
Doesn't make sense.
For both sides.
Liquid is attempting and
It doesn't make any sense.
It's just Breeze, dude. That map is weird.
And now
No, the comp that they ran was fucking weird. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, look what he's up against too.
Liquid just resorted to picking these like exotic maps.
Play with as well. There's just so much time drain.
Exotic maps.
No, who's picking
Short of them
Breeze?
just
Like, come on.
swinging out and giving duels.
The crowd is extremely quiet.
Looking to do. Dimasic doesn't have a chance.
You could just see the confidence.
It's a library in there, huh?
Again, we're talking about players
Yeah,
on
it's
the line
real quiet.
struggling to get anything done.
Real.
Not a
Now,
fucking
it seems like
peep,
any one of
dude.
them can just individually win a round. Liquid's attempt at aggression.
Not a
just
fucking
bullied
peep.
by Ye, and then just this pincer play. Like, you send out this initial push from Finesse, but his teammates are so ready to just try and swing onto things, and just look at the difference. 30 minutes ago, these players were hyping each other up, screaming along with the crowd.
Jordan, you stayed on
now,
23.
rather than the Turkish casters, you could hear a pin drop.
Absolutely. On the opposite
Jordan's on
side,
23,
Liquid is
Bebe's on
definitely in their
22.
sails now. They've got everything going their way. 5-0 start. Ulti's coming online. Victor on a tear. Oh, we've got a crazy attempt here. A push coming through the teleporters. A pinch from the bathroom as well. Using the weaker weapons.
What is this supposed to be?
But Marv was waiting. Orbital strike in hand. He's got a
timing?
kill. They've cleaned up some.
Oh, it was almost the same
chance they
time.
needed. Team Liquid 5-0 down. They come in with pistols. I wasn't even going to consider this round,
God
but
damn it,
they
dude.
caught Optic off
How
guard.
do these rounds always happen?
Did Navira catch Yay? I think he spotted him all the way down the bottom. This fight could be everything.
Oh.
I think Navira realizing this is not one that he's willing to take.
He's
Versus
fucked.
El Diablo,
Yeah.
you've got to be very careful to not let this round slip away.
Unless Scream
The swing
tosses
from
it,
Scream
don't.
at least
Okay.
can damage
Oh,
him
the
up, and
fake
eventually
bird.
they will close out the Thrifty round. Something at least for Liquid, but it is not necessarily recreatable. A very aggressive attempt with the pistols, almost getting caught off by the orbital strike, but they do manage to convert the round.
Oh, shit. Here we go
That's a
again.
niche round, though. That's the problem. You know, for Optic, they got caught off guard by that. You'll struggle to repeat it. Whether it's that play or another,
Dude, the fucking EU.
it's rare to see
The
this
NA
team on
memes
the
are
back foot.
fucking locked and loaded. EU is sitting there waiting to press the enter key the second they win a round.
And now look to play.
I feel like Emil has two jobs.
They're just
He's
waiting.
The coach of Team Liquid, pretty important job.
Yeah,
And then
guess
the
so.
crowd hype man is what his secondary employment. And honestly, if he keeps up like this, he might actually have to switch and have that as his primary job.
Could be his new main gig. Who knows? We'll see what we can do. If he wants to play across the stage from his brother first.
My goodness, these openings from Yay. It's happened in most rounds, whether or not Liquid push, he's just so solid at finding these initial frags. All gonna go down. No reservation available for Yumpy, so it's not even like he can rotate back in. And Finesse is looking to almost battle and brawl at this stage. He's been forced back.
Yeah, he was going to take a couple low-risk battles there.
Oh, he found them.
And then fading away.
Wow, he
Lots of
found
pressure.
them.
It's on its way into that Viper's pit. It's looking for a victim.
What?
and
What?
It didn't find it. It looked like he was dead to rights, but...
Well,
This fucking ult is so shit, and it makes me so angry.
Shut right on him!
There's no way.
How is that not a kill?
I don't know.
Right on him.
His health recovers. Optic. They walked into a
I
pretty
feel like
tough
it didn't
position,
even
but
damage
they've
him
come
that
out.
much either. Like,
I don't think it touched
Now it's
him.
advantage time on their side, and the Viper's pit is now countered completely.
Well, yeah, in fact, it's just going to be dropped.
Did it miss
Almost
really
played as
badly?
a favorable piece of utility for the other side if he'd kept it up. This rotation is being watched as well. The timing is going to be the only issue. Yay has looked away, and now you start to see the pounce of Yumpy. Scream has found another as well. Finesse has been able to trade it, but now it's all up to him.
Wait, what?
And Navira will close. Back-to-back rounds for Liquid. Starting to finally see them turn up into this map.
That should be a replayed round,
They have not
whatever.
even made a dent in the economy of Optic.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. You know, two very good rounds from Liquid, but such a long road to go, and it might not be as stacked against them as Optic had on the previous map, but it's still another round where you have these incredible advantages garnered coming back into those fights, despite the fact that, again, the more powerful pieces of utility were countered
Don't let
out
them-
completely.
don't let them do this to you,
Navira's
NA.
Viper's pit,
Chirp back,
they just
chirp
bypassed
back.
it. It went a completely different direction, and despite the orb up, the snake bite down, the sprays, they barely did any damage to Crash. He's about half health, which, in the position he was in, he should have been dead immediately. The timeout now called. This is Optic who need a moment of discussion before we dive back into the game.
I think they know as well as we do that if they let Liquid build up to the same sort of level of confidence they had on the previous map with just players like Scream, Soulcast in particular, just hitting every single shot that was put in front of them, this game could go back out of their control. Whereas thus far, it's been fairly calm and collected. A pistol victory coming from Liquid, it's not even a rarity for this EMEA team. They do this all the time. It's more so that they managed to convert the next round. And now coming up with the ult economy, Yay, already having that tour de force available. Finesse could even try and come up with a strat that revolves around that Viper's pit. There's a lot of opportunities to play with. They've just got to make sure they're being careful not to give too much away, not only to the res, but more importantly, that orbital strike.
That's exactly it. The impact was found by Optic's orbital strike. Recall Marv getting that kill with it, and of course he'd already shot one of the players inside the teleport just before. That man has been having a fantastic game. I think he was 6-0 at one point. Tapered off in the rounds they've lost, but now rifles back in their hands, as we were saying. A comfortable round for Optic. 5-2. They've been spotted outside a bathroom. Utility will be traded out to just claim that control back, which altogether, decent trade for Team Liquid. They'll be happy to remove that.
The thing is, though, it does get Seekers online. So that's going to be the ult to just try and clear out some of these corners, reduce the risk of walking into a stack, and it's getting ready to be popped again. One of these executions out of the shower doors has been so tough for them to play against, but the nade actually drops Victor. A decent start.
Stuck in the fight, couldn't get back. The rest of the team, though, now emerging from bathrooms as Ye sneaks his way in. They've got some good control. They might even be able to plant safely from here. They want a little more. And it's Ye following the volley right in.
Wow.
That's perfect. A great bait to push them out of position. The crowd control now coming back as Ye is forced into his teammate's Molotov. It giveth and it taketh away, but in the end, Optic, they're in a 3v3 with a Viper's Pit post plant and Marved undetected on middle.
That's the thing. This fight with Marved is going to be the ending factor, and he's already managed to take down Demasik. A nasty surprise of him still lurking around this corner, and they need to clear him out before they can get anywhere near that Viper's Pit. He just did a fair amount of damage onto the Vera, and now the aggression from crashes, but Soulcast is more than ready for it, turning things into an advantageous position for Liquid.
Just slid the clip back in. That was so unfortunate. The sprays for Soulcast deliver another.
Diffuser
away! Finesse! He thought they'd fake it. They tried to bait him through the doors, but no! Soulcast, he looked dead to right center point, and he comes out with almost every scalp under his belt. 3 rounds now for Liquid, and they have come alive.
The orbital strike was nice, but just the audacity to just stick this within. And I think it's just the fact that the spray comes through from Soulcast from the exact position that the spike was being diffused from. So the assumption there, and not a wrong one from Finesse, is that, okay, he must have let go and shot back.
I'm not even kidding, if he's full running the sprays towards where the bomb's planted there, he could have multi-killed like, easily.
3 in a row now for Liquid. Starting to
they're
really
all
build
those
back
fucking
into
there.
this first half.
I hope the boys have a meal turned down on whatever communication app they're using, or their eardrums might have just been burst.
They might have that problem anyway, I'll be honest. He's not that far away.
Yeah, he's still a little too close.
That was fast as fuck.
Scream with a double! The first is something, but Marv going
off the back of the Thrifty, dude.
What happened, bro?
On the back foot
What the fuck's going on?
What is
this
happening?
is the start of the round, and well, it feels close to the end as well.
But that's the thing, a lot of success was coming for Optic in those early rounds. Think about the amount of times that Ye was getting them the opening draw every time somebody aggressed. Now, well, it's starting to feel a little bit more like the first map, with those opening fights always going in the other direction. Ye, though, has been sublime, but this is just Scream's round. He has taken over completely, 3 kills already, and you know what? I'd run away from him too.
Trailblazer to lead the way and hopefully find something. No information on the back of it, at least the space for Finesse to push up, but this is accounted for on the defensive side. He needs some great time.
As always, second half.
Whoa, but he's caught with a snake bite in hand. His life spared for now. The plant to try to bait them forward, but nobody will make a move. Screams on the flank. The rest of the team wants to hold the spawn. And Finesse trying to push through and catch them off. Has caught himself with the plant down. Crashies needs another phenomenal clutch. The odds definitely stacked up against him. The tension building for him as teammates nowhere to be found, and enemies absolutely everywhere. A 4th for Team Liquid.
Don't like this.
Optic,
What's going on right now?
They started this out so well, Tom.
Yeah.
They controlled it from start to finish, and now
They went back to
I wouldn't be surprised if they even take a timeout pretty soon to gather themselves.
Well, that's the thing, they already did. The second they lost 2 rounds.
Second, did they?
No,
the first,
the
right,
first
okay.
one, but it was only 5-2, and they made the realization, okay, Liquid managed to win a round with pistols. In my mind, I was like, okay, they'll just reset and go straight back into things, but it seems like Liquid have just hit another gear. Scream now moving up to the top of the board with his multi-frag. The round before was Soulcast having a multi-frag. It just seems like every single player on Liquid has just gone up another gear from the first few rounds. Tour de force in for Ye. Now, this is where you really don't want to be taking too many aggressive peaks if you're on that Liquid side, although a lot of them are set up towards bathrooms and then the wall on this side. The flash up, it's actually
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Second
god.
man to take contact, to take sprays on them. The wall up, and the cover allows them to take them down. The spike Tarik on the floor, isolating one player completely. Optic have been baited into a trap, and now, what's the response? Well, they've smoked it
W
out.
mode.
They've taken the control back, or at least they slowly will. And elsewhere, Ye was trying to find some space. Optic are on the back foot, but at least the spike is now recovered. They still.
This is a dictatorship, damn it.
To get in here, they're going to be running in blind. If
Hey,
anything.
the subs are attacking too.
5
Fuck.
seconds left. They commit to B, and here come the Seekers to confirm that.
Yeah, just straight away, look at the rotation from Scream.
Alright, I thought we would be
Try and
safe
join
here.
up with the teammates.
Take it off, fuck it.
Optic, no, that means they have to go.
Molly still. It's keeping them out. They can't get through long, but they can actually. It bounced off. But
We're not safe,
well,
man. Close the chat.
Dimasic. Trades are good, but not good enough. As a reinforcement.
5-0 to 5-5. Fuck me, fuck you. Hell yeah.
Equalize 5-5. A map that Optic are hailed as one of, if not the best on Tom. And right now, they're looking clueless.
I'd almost be tempted to take that second pause. Like, just some of the rounds that have been happening, like, this is maybe one of the most cursed things I've ever seen. Like, I don't believe for a second that Yumpy's plan was to wait until he got flashed and then roll it. Like, unless he is a psycho, which there's arguments for it against, I'll put it that way. But just the fact that it was crashes with the spike as well. Like, that, it's just not the start you're looking for, and that shakes up the entire
Well, I'm
round.
technically EU, so.
Your flashes at the start. Yay over the last
My family's from Turkey. We have a percentage of EU.
The team is sick is facing with, and you know what? You deserve that.
2 alpha.
I'm jumping ship. Fuck this shit.
Maybe.
I'm jumping ship. Take me along, EU. Take me. Just kidding. EU yellow Steve W in the chat.
Might be about to be peeked from sight, but look who else is sneaking around, pushing up on Lamps. Nevera doesn't want to swing line, doesn't want to risk it on mid. They're just now spotting Finesse. Good look on the way out. The orb up, and he'll make it into the TP. There's no way that he hunts him down. The snake bite through, but he's caught by Victor in the meantime. Great baits from Optic.
Still one back.
They're finally finding their stride here. The Team Liquid are left in a 2 versus 5. And of course, Tom, again, it's the weaker buy that gives them this advantage. The chaos that spawns from it. They had a flash. A flash went over on B, right?
Yeah.
There's no way they save here, right? Yeah, they have money. Uh-oh. They're here.
It's not a bad read.
Uh-oh.
Scream's managed to drop one. The peek out from
They should
Soulcat
save, I
finds
think.
another.
What do you think?
They've
I think we
also
should save
managed
for sure,
to deny
yeah.
the plant
Yeah.
with the nade. And he also has his showstopper online. The spike has started running in the other direction. They will make their way onto the other
Forgot
side
about
of the
me,
map
buddy.
Again, Victor just being able to hold from behind.
Good save.
It put Scream alone. Trying to fight this one back. The timing's
Yo.
not bad
Hold
for
on.
the snake bite.
Hold on.
He's just Frying with
He's got
it.
ult and shit.
But he has turned it into a 1v2, Mitch.
There's no way he uses a showstopper here. Not with 56 HP, but if he
need a
can find a
kill.
kill, then it could come through,
Oh.
and it was close.
Oh.
Squished by Finesse's heads, but he delivers them in return. 6 found for Optic. They finally found another
Right
round,
back,
but
NA.
I didn't think that a 2-round lead would be the best they could walk away with. I didn't even know Team Liquid would reach 2 rounds in this half.
Well, that's probably the one round that Liquid really shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
So you look at some of those early battles, Dimasic, a little bit silly. Then you had the attempt to put a snake bite through the TP, and they get caught by a player lurking behind. That was the kill there from Victor. So we are seeing a few of those elements from Liquid, but maybe they just get that little bit overconfident. And that was a couple of weak weapons. That was a Stinger, that was a Headhunter. So they have given Optic their sig. Yumpy, though, we haven't seen much of this operator, and this time, yeah, you know what, though? I think we should put the ball down a little earlier. There we go.
Yeah, it's a good idea. But it has been broken wide open. Still, that opening duel, all they needed. Victor, the space taker for the team, the Neon on the previous map, and now your Raze blast packing in to take the crosshairs off the angles. Well, now he's being dealt with immediately. Scream still has a showstopper in his back pocket. They're close to having a res on Yumpy. Just one more op shot needed, and I think Optic are going to be all too aware of that.
Patient stuff.
Yeah, Scream forgot to buy armor, huh?
Massive hold coming
Oh, he did.
from Liquid.
Wait, did Marv forget to buy armor
Oh,
too?
the lamps as well.
Wait,
Or
what?
did he get healed? Or did he get healed? He might have gotten healed. I don't know.
Op was spotted B long, and now it's rotated to A as he tries to come out and put his ult down, but luckily that shot didn't land. That could have ended Optic's chances
weird.
in this half.
Crazy.
of
Two
going out with a lead,
people
but
forgot
now
armor in one
they're in a
round.
4v5.
Yeah, I don't
Hit down and
understand.
plant. This could still be their round.
I don't think they forget, dude. The fucking bullshit bug where you click it but it doesn't work. That happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah. It's when you buy the armor last and you close your buy menu.
I think that happens to me too, actually. Sometimes I bought it.
If you buy armor last and you close your buy menu, you're not getting it. You have to start with armor first.
I always buy armor first anyways. I was gonna say because I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
Sometimes my chat tells me.
I always end my muscle memory of clicking with the armor last every time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I force buy every single round, so I like buy armor first and then like see what I have left.
The lead as they close this out was looking inevitable when we started this map, but that comeback from Team Liquid, that streak of rounds, it's given them a chance, a lifeline over on their attack. Still though, Optic seem to have found their identity again. There's been a couple of spanners in the works, but they didn't disappoint in these last 2 rounds.
What did we turn the chat into?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was an exciting half, and well, although it slipped a little bit.
By the way, anyone who goes over the line gets banned. That goes for both sides.
Thank you so much.
I don't mind the war, but keep it peaceful. EU emotionally unstable. That's not over the line.
Guys are boxing each other in the ring. You love to see it, but Bren, just starting off with you, man. There is a lot of interactions that are happening here, especially between Scream and Victor, or you can't be at the end there with Diop, like Ye getting a lot of value as well. Feels like everyone has been contributing big in this game.
I think you see these big heroic moments from Scream pretty often as well, but this is the thing that's carrying them over the finish line a lot of the time, especially in this half as well, because Liquid did not get off to
and a noob ass. Like, come on, bro. That's what you're gonna come at us with? Noob ass.
And it looked like they were gonna be able to just roll over Liquid entirely on the first half, but Liquid did manage to wrangle their way back into this one, and it came down to the gunplay.
NA equal no armor. EU didn't have armor either. There's one player from each team.
75% of the time where Liquid have guns, they got the full buy in their hands. They end up winning these rounds compared to Optic, where they are losing a ton of them in the head-to-heads. So it's been a massive element for them moving forwards in this series as well, and so far what we've seen. And the reason why Liquid have actually managed to make this incredibly close.
I mean, Scream has just been incredible right now, swapping over to the Raze. He's been playing a hell of a lot of it as of late, as well as that Phoenix.
In my life.
He's coming up big in these defensive holds for the side of Team Liquid.
This guy just like did like a million circles. I thought he was gonna steal my food.
He's trying to steal your food, or he couldn't find you?
30 minutes later.
Wait, you're just doing circles trying to find you?
I shit you not, dude. He did. Yeah, he.
Come back online.
It was some brain dead shit. I can't lie.
The fuck?
You live in an apartment?
Come to fruition here, Brandon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dude, they always get lost trying to like deliver to apartments.
You know, it's going to be this this Victor revival, if you will. But I don't know, man. Liquid look phenomenal, and they look confident, even with the 5-loss rate.
I think if Liquid end up winning this pistol round as well that's upcoming, that's going to be a big difference maker for them, because it's, again, it's the same story. Yeah, that's what I mean.
What did you get, some X-Lot?
Being unable to really claw out.
No, I got Portos this time.
God damn.
Yeah.
But that has been
X-Lot is fire though, I can't lie.
Entirely winnable.
I want to try it.
If they're able to take off that early head start by winning that pistol
round. Is that the Cosmo too?
Carrying that forward with the better weaponry.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that attack win percentage right there. That's absolutely through the roof. Granted, it's only from one series. It's versus EDG. It was very one-sided for Team Liquid to be able to take Bind, but on the attack, they can be fierce.
All right, let's send it back over to Mitch and Tom to call the action.
What the hell?
Well, Tom, we're about to see Optic mount the defense on their map, a map that we know to be one of the strongest. Fact,
Ben, are you here? Yeah, he's here, little bro. You found them. This guy, that's all he typed. Ben, are you here? In the middle of this, all this spam. He just typed it so casually. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, you found them.
But the one that should put Optic right back onto the map in this series.
In the middle of all this spam, one random little message.
On the attack, but that was after an 8-4 defensive half. So they were in a much stronger position and against a weaker team than Optic, at least. So I think this is going to be a tough one and definitely in need of a pistol, which they've not been the best at throughout this tournament. They got one in this series and I think only about 3 in the tournament.
yeah, so odds are
EU equal earplug users?
What?
What?
We'll see. The attack,
come on.
As Team Liquid look to the A site, Victor is waiting here, Marved right behind him, and even some utility from Finesse that can come in to help the Snakebite still up and online. A strong presence from Optic in this middle part of the map, and Team Liquid, They've sensed it.
All right, whoever wins
They've
pistol,
slowed it
probably.
down, a minute left on the clock.
Actually, let's not say
The key
that.
thing here being they don't have the information for anyone pushing behind, right? Normally you're comfortable they're not behind you, but they have to almost gamble on the timing this time around. And when they put that second bout of utility up, then utility comes back their way to slow them down.
Very patient stuff from Liquid. They're going to try and make a move once the Toxics have gone down.
Oh,
and it's
fuck.
Soulcast. The pop flash giving them so much space, and the wall will garner them a plant. They've also caught Ye on the rotation. An incredible start from them in this second half. Can they convert?
Demasik just had himself lurking for the teleport. Not a common position to be holding in a pistol, but one that has given them a massive advantage here. 5 versus 3. Finesse down. Crashies, the clutch player for Optic on the previous map. Himself and Marv have been playing well, but not this well. That's a little too much to ask. 3 more kills and ace clutch for Crashies in time.
Oh, we're giving him a chance. We're giving him a chance, man.
Crossfire. He isolates one at least, but in the Crashies! That 4th kill, unbelievable, but the clock is against him, and Soulcast will drop it. 6 on the board for Team Liquid, and they have got their second pistol.
At least we still got
of the
100
series.
thieves.
It's never easy, is it? It's never easy.
Crashies did something else there, man. I mean, caught reloading, jumping up. I thought
you were joking, right?
I think he got flashed, didn't he?
Okay.
No, yeah, he did, but well, the timing was maybe a little shaky, but still. Unbelievable work from this guy. You put him in a 1vx, he's just a different beast.
And it means that there's a very high chance that going into their buy round, he's going to have Seekers online, which on the defensive side, the amount of free information you get, the amount, or basically just how passive you can be, a lot of value as well.
Wow, we love that. We love that.
Start.
That's going to be the rifle actually dropped to the deck. This is quite
There it is. There it is.
Losing the Glocks. Oh my god,
this is starting to get very,
gonna be me.
At least when we get thrifty, they like have armor and marshals and deeps and shit. They're literally losing the Glocks, bro. Holy.
This is an abysmal start, and for the heavy investment Team Liquid put in there,
oh yeah,
so many rifles.
I forgot about that.
Wait, how do you not?
I'm literally doing the same thing. Like 1 minute ago, I calculated it when they had the score.
Yes, he's going to go and get it. Navarro's
it was at 14.
So he'll grab an upgrade. They'll still have their 3 rifles to play with, but
he's a little desperate for the 100
subs. They can't lose anyone else from this point. And look what they're up against.
This is not like the buy we see from FPX, where they haven't invested into other weaponry. They have invested into other weaponry, and while not the best dodge of a flash.
Were they flashing through? Or turning?
I think maybe expecting contact.
He was turning for the team flash.
Instead, just getting shot in the face. Yumpy though low.
Second that happened, he peeked. They got the kill, and they ran.
And there's a player close.
Fine, they're losing the fucking blocks. What is Jampy doing, bro?
To try and make a move. They're almost
fucking chamber one trick. Sorry.
On Navira to get something here, hoping there's someone giving him a free kill within this smoke, but they're in a crossfire. Soulcast tagged within inches of his life as well, and they have no time left on the clock. It's going to be Crashies to close it. A huge thrifty victory coming out for Optic, and an 8th round now.
Oh my god,
honestly, that could be the beginning
right now.
Something that
GG.
Find 2 out of 4. But that is worth nothing if you come into a round like this. And the timing, yes, it was horrendous. That nade popped just perfectly. Running through the wall as well. There were disadvantages there.
And that's how
this was just Team
the turntables have turned and flipped. And
they never should have went that wrong. I'll accept Ye's kill, but Bathroom losing to 2 classics, that is the thorn in the side that I think ultimately drew blood.
Well, their conversion this tournament has actually been fantastic when they did win the pistol. Unfortunately,
I'm using that too much. I gotta stop.
One of the worst situations they could be in.
I'm gonna ruin it.
Rifles over to their opponents. They've only got pistols to play with. Ults are gonna start to build up for Optic as well, and they're going onto their stronger defensive side. Not feeling particularly good now for Liquid on this map, but they have had heroes. That's been what has been a huge part of this map so far, and while Soulcast proving just that, already managing to drop 1, although I will say, Mitch, the gun is not going to be in the greatest spot to retrieve.
Yeah, I mean, Demasik was pretty close to grabbing it, but he decided to go through the TP instead, move over towards his teammates, and look for this push to start.
him.
Weaponry disadvantages stacked. The Seekers gain the information. Optic should be looking for a rotation, but the reality is
Really
that
not, right?
could come in any
Surely we
moment
don't get
now.
one deep peeking this
They keep
angle.
on their 2-2 setup. You gotta be
Oh,
careful
shit,
with Soul, 'cause
man, I'm
he's
actually so
already claimed the
nervous.
victim with the Marshall in hand.
Wall's good.
He's gonna be looking for more. That wall up though, this was the problem last time. They've already
They got a
avoided
flash
the
too, right?
but so much more that can come their way.
And they're running out of time. 20 seconds left. And you can see there's already the crossfire in
only
play.
2 here.
Flash out. They are being
Good flash.
isolate Finesse, but they actually
Good
trade
shot.
relatively well. A plant looking fairly likely again, though. They still haven't retrieved any guns.
Yeah, so even with the plant down, now holding on is going to be so much more difficult. Victor's coming behind. He has
Oh,
a nade
Crashy.
still to play
Yo,
with.
Crashy's
Soul
is
is
feeling it right
last
now.
man
Oh,
alive,
Crashy.
60 health. He's about to be blitzed out as well by Victor. I imagine a blast pack peek, no, just a dry peek, but it should be enough. Okay.
Oh my.
Gets there in the end.
Optic's winning this. I don't know why you guys were doubting.
Yeah, I don't know why
I don't think
I'm
anyone
worried.
was.
The reality is they did some damage.
I was
Who was
never.
doubting here?
No, I knew
You
that.
said you
No,
were
no.
doubting. You said, well, at least we have 100.
Yeah, that's the thing. Normally, that would have been enough damage to make this purchase awkward, but because you handed them half of the guns that they have, it hasn't actually done any damage to the purchase whatsoever.
The chat is so
Still, though,
adorable.
In terms of ults, the only one online is going to be on the Liquid side. Seekers, of course, expended by Crashies in the last round. Orbital Strike equally as
We got 100K people watching, but 20K are just literally chatting.
But this is where Liquid really need to show up. After
They're not even watching, they're just chatting the whole time.
I think they need to break back soon, or this half could easily slip away from them completely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we need to see something for them early. That was close.
Oh, he's screwed.
He's down to 10
He's screwed.
health. One bullet from Solkas. A straight shot and he's gone. And there you go. Finally to be dropped.
Damn.
Finesse doesn't want anything to do
They
with
weren't
it.
gonna let that
They'll
one
accept
happen.
it as an early disadvantage.
We'll give him
Makes
that.
it so much more difficult, Tom, with Finesse all by his lonesome on B. The thing is, they still have that trap inside of Hookah. And until that gets destroyed, they're going to keep a much heavier presence around here, though that orb stops any sort of off-peak early.
Seekers is going to give them a bit of information of these positions. Victor, though, I think he just spammed straight through. Screamer's been able to trade him back. Molotov at least going to slow down the plant and potentially give a chance to El Diablo, but he's not going to get anything. Ye goes down, marked on the swing. It's now left on to Finesse.
Diablo's the only person to right click that close.
Going to try and
Then-
isolate the other. He's spotted. Team is sick. The first is free.
That's the one!
Dude.
Just about finds him.
Nice try.
He's a Phantom user. I don't know why he buys the Phantom.
Oh, yeah, you're 100%
close,
right.
But they found the victory.
Damn.
Look
I
what
could have
they've
been
got
a
to
Phantom
work
moment,
with
low-key.
coming into
Straight
this.
bullet on the head.
Finally pushing Optic down to low credits. A showstopper and an orbital strike. Yumpy one away from the res as well.
Thought he had it still,
Now,
too,
Optic are
like,
close
Yeah,
to a
I
couple of
believe
theirs,
it.
but it's 2 away at a minimum. That's going to be a little harder to connect off the bat on the defensive side.
Neon.
Crowd behind Team Liquid's comeback, but still a long road ahead of them.
Again. Slow build up into this round. Losing Crashies early in the last was not something you really want on that Optic side, just off the basis of his agent. So much information can be garnered, and he's already spotted the majority of the Liquid team. Look at the aggression as well on the other side. Much just leaving Ye in an aggro position, and then if he teleports back, you also have the switch to the base.
They don't have anything for
Victor in that
flank.
corner with a stinger. This really
It's
is
kind of
just
big,
something
I
that
feel,
Optic
right?
are
If they
so
actually
fond
capitalize
of.
on it.
Normally it would be Finesse that's in those spots. Of course, on this map, it makes a lot more sense when the positions to have Victor be the man with the stinger
Yeah,
in the
let's see if
corner.
they actually decide to push short.
That stinger
Yeah,
will get
it's
an
gonna be too
opportunity
late,
by the looks
though.
of things. It is
Contact.
going to be a full B play, but they're ready on the side of Optic.
Oh,
these
he
ultimates
saw
coming
him.
their way, though, surely.
Oh, he got the Phantom, he hurt us.
Kill as Demon goes down, and a few of these
Oh
players
my.
are low. The
Oh, he got the kill,
frag
fuck it.
buys them
Oh,
time.
Marv! Flank, flank!
Is denying it all. Yay in the smoke, and he's aware that they
Not
could be
Diablo,
coming
not
behind
Diablo.
both players on the
Oh,
other side, and
no.
they find the kill as it
Okay, Al, you
fades.
hide, I'll peek off of you. I have a nade. Wanna smoke it or not? Good nade!
They haven't seen it coming. It'll do damage, but not
Get the
enough
fucking
to
gun.
warrant
Drop that
it.
fucking gun. Drop that fucking gun.
Get a gun!
He'll scream
Fuck it, fuck it,
back
keep it,
up.
keep it.
They
Just play with
need
it
to
now.
deal with Victor.
No, just
Okay, there's 10 seconds.
Or so to get in
10
there.
seconds.
Block the
Good here, but
spike.
look at their
They need
health.
the kill. They've got a
Yes,
drop.
last guy elbow. Run, run,
Still
run!
alive. 6 seconds.
Still,
Solkas
he's
needs to
fine.
run.
Okay, my
And
bad.
he'll find nothing.
Fuck it.
Clutch for Victor
Wait.
keeps Optic alive at 10-7. The lead is thriving.
As a shaky round, a very shaky round from either side. So many players left blind in the corners, and a lot of it came down to Marv. Just
My arms hurt.
to pull 3 kills while all of these ults went on. Even getting one with a Molotov.
This
again,
kill right here was huge, but this kill was massive.
To sort of turn the round firmly into Optic's favor, and even then, you still needed Victor.
There we go. Trying to get loud.
In the last second.
Fucking
Double
Jimmy.
digits
Let's
connected.
go, bro.
Liquid will take themselves a pause, and now, Mitch, their economy's in the bin. Even though damage has been done to the other side, even though Optic are not in the craziest position themselves, what did Liquid do here? Did they even purchase?
I don't think so. There's just not enough there across the board to allow a full purchase. You can grab 1 or 2 slight upgrades, but past that, this seems to be conceding an 11.
We saw him sleeping? I don't know what happened to that guy.
Good in some of these lower buy rounds, some thrifties that have gone their way. But over on the side of Optic, it's the map they're known for, the side they're known for, and Team Liquid.
Oh, he's out of town on a fishing trip? Interesting.
So much was committed to that last round.
He scheduled his fishing trip on the NA matches?
Yeah, showstopper orbital strike. 2 of the most powerful ults they have on their side. I think the only thing that could really change this.
He's probably on the boat, listening. He's probably on the boat, listening.
Scream having a hero rifle, it's always dangerous. The problem is on the other side, you've got ults starting to build up. So even though the economy's low for this round, the chances are tour de force in the next, juggle a rifle over to someone else, and you have a pretty strong buy going into round number 19.
That's going to be the Viper's Pit used up on B long. Containing the control. Not the common spot to see that one going down.
Oh, it's a sussy emote.
Inside of Hookah. It's a very powerful position.
It's a little too squared up, though. All good.
Have these crossfires ready. I don't like that the shorty's out. He's ready for someone to come blitzing in. I respect that.
Play FIFA. Hell no.
Making a move on Team Liquid. A minute left on the clock, and they are spread in a default. Just
sounds like
a
bad idea.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, you look at the map control that's claimed even just by the trap, you don't really need to be taking too many risks here. Yay, it's a nasty spot, and well, that's all he really needed.
Wow, I fucking love that.
Kill off the back of the shorty. Tour de force will be online for the next round as well when he needs it.
Oh my god.
Well, he's racking up the kills anyway. They're going to have to heal up onto Scream to at least give a little bit more in terms of that rifle, but with 30 seconds left, eventually they're going to have to just blitz in.
Yeah, Navarra going down. You don't have that Viper's Pit to fall back on anymore. Doubt they're going to be popping a res unless they flawlessly win these.
What?
That's a good start for Yumpy.
What?
Optic have so many more players here. Now the hero rifle steps it up and Ye is gone.
What?
Oh, another! This round,
what?
It was looking clean for Optic, but Team Liquid have somehow stormed their way back in. That's not the right weapon for that range, and he hasn't got the right pistol. He said to go to a Marshall, and now down goes that.
How the fuck can this be?
This is unbelievable for Liquid,
bro.
They take hit after hit, and they
it's like everything that could have possibly went wrong.
Bro, we didn't see it either. We just saw people dying.
That's actually
It was people just dying. And then the one guy we were watching the whole time died as well.
For Team Liquid.
We're just trying to hook us up so we don't have to watch any of that.
They were knocking on the door of victory, but now...
Like, what the fuck?
The game is really on. What does this do to their economy as well, man? Look at this, nothing there
for
them.
That's the thing. This was meant to be the economy building round.
Thankfully,
Finesse will at least be able to get one rifle through into the next and remove everything on the other side. But yeah, this was the eco, and I was saying that if you get the tour
no way, he picked it up and just white swung.
In this round, they'll be able to juggle up better weapons. Instead, their economy has been obliterated. The question is now, do they invest the tour de force to try and sneak this round through? Or are Liquid just going to get to within one? Because that's what it's looking like right now. That is a
26 assists on the board right now.
Given a
Let's go.
What?
Should never have
Two more,
happened.
please.
They have something to work with here at least.
Damn, I fucked
even
up.
more ultimates online than when we started the previous. The chances.
To be fair, this should have been a blowout, man. What's going on right now?
I know. The thrifties. There's been like 3 of this map, I think.
The map, everybody is tucked into
maybe even 4.
You know that with this weapon being the pinnacle of the round, he will go
God,
looking for victims. He will go looking for kills.
Oh.
Whether he finds them or not is yet to be seen.
Dog, didn't he make it?
The
That was a big one.
could not be better. And no
That's the downside of jiggling. Sometimes they'll see you and you won't even know if they catch that timing.
even trying.
I just think jiggling never works in this game, right?
Yeah, it would be better if they had one guy jump spotting from far back, I guess.
Instead, they're pushing into the rifle.
I think it's kind of...
Oh, no.
Gosh.
The B site somewhat open for business, but the fact is the rotations come in from
Learn that
the A.
angle and rank real fast that it doesn't
he's
work.
so good in these scenarios, they have to back away. The thing is, we've seen a showstopper expended, and look at this position, up close from Crashies.
Flashing
That's
four.
exactly where you want the frenzy. He's even thinking about going in this.
Wow, big fucking kill, dude.
Another kill for Optic.
Yup.
Oh,
Yup.
We can do better. Optic are on
Love that shit.
Thrifty
This
round
is,
in
dude, what is
response
the
to a
fuck is
thrifty
even
round.
going on, man?
Holy
Well,
shit.
we heard from Solkus whenever they scrim, it's back and forth, and
Yeah.
well, he's kept his word coming into this game.
Balance has been restored in the world.
Wow.
But that's the thing, it must be nice. It
Big
must
round.
be nice having Ye on your team, and I
Oh,
think
that's
Screen knows
tough.
it. Like, that's a round that could have easily
That
put them
unscope
back into
feature is
contention
actually
for
so
the map.
clutch.
Instead, their economy has been obliterated. Bear in mind,
Like, you mean scroll
even though they
back?
won a thrifty round,
Yeah, like being able to
no
like
one
go to
survived
double
it.
to
They
single.
were trying
Yeah,
to kill
that
finesse
is.
and remove
I
every
agree.
I
single
gotta add a
Now,
bunch
well,
for that.
look at it. This is full investment from most of the players.
Yep. Putting it all on the line, and with the success they've had before, you can understand why, but a lot relied on Ultimate's quick play up through middle. Ye doesn't know.
That's the guy that dies.
And finally he does. The advantage there is the spike is dropped, the rotations can
The
start
third
to
guy
come
is a
through,
run up.
and that they will. Look at this flank.
There's the flank.
As quick as you like. Marv able to pick one. Victor steaming forward with him, and the blast
Holy
back to
fuck.
push the players back. Lamps to be cleared
Okay,
out.
okay.
And they are just trying to push these guys into ranged fights where they can
There
succeed
you go.
time after time again.
There you go. There you
Solkus, the
go.
last man versus 4. And I think we're looking at
No,
Optic
that's
on
not good,
12.
man. We need him to get assists, not
They lost a
kills.
few clutches, but
Right, actually, though. I'm
No.
far off, I
it's
think.
a bit too much.
I refuse to
No, I
even
think they're
give that
at,
one the
it's
time
at like
of day.
28 or
Like, if he
29. I
pulls
mean, it's
this off,
definitely it's
then
doable
I
here.
think we just give him the
Then
map.
Shrewd's
I
in the
know
money.
even though you played the last
34.
two rounds, you
Yeah,
just
that's
go,
He has
you know what,
32.
Solcast,
I guess 34.
Yeah.
It's on Cass.
I mean, it
1v4,
could happen either of us here.
that takes it. But
Wait, am I out?
I think he's
No,
going to get the
I don't know if
farm.
you're out
That
yet.
would really be
What did he get?
she wrote
28.
The plant's not
Yeah.
bad. Like, that's how bad
Oh,
the
I
credit
think that's what it's
situation
at
is
right
right
now,
now for
28.
Liquid. That the plant actually might help them
It's
out
still
a little
possible.
bit. Because their finances
Yeah.
are screwed for the
You
next
could go 29,
round.
right?
Any
Plus one?
kills he can
Minus
get
one?
would be nice, but
Only minus one on
realistically,
this
he's already
one.
good as
What
well.
is this fucking
Nice shot on
bullshit?
the first, but eventually the
Oh,
chance
there it is.
to
I'm
mark.
fucked.
As said,
I'm fucked.
he has had a
There it
real
is.
resurgence in this map, comparatively to what we saw on the last, which is, it sets
Let's
this
see what it
series
is
up
here.
wonderfully, but Optic, have to bear in mind, it's never done until it's done, especially when Liquid are on the other side.
4 more rounds, though. They only need to pick up one.
I hope
With
you guys win.
performances like this coming out from players like Marv, it's hard to believe they don't find at least that single round. They don't just push it over the line just about. Now, whether they get it here or not, look, Liquid have got a bunch to work with. Again, the sequence
at
to
30
orbital
right
strike
now.
almost a
All right.
showstopper.
All right, 2
It's
more assists.
conceivable
Last round,
that they
Optic
come
closes
out
it
with a
out. I'm
round, maybe
golden.
2. But
Be
this
one
is
or
Optic's
two.
map and it's Optic's side.
1 or 2, yeah.
For
You
them to
need
end
3
up
or
on an
4.
overtime, I think
It's doable here.
they really would be mentally boomed then.
Actually, someone is
They're
guaranteed to
moving
win
the
at
ball.
that
Look at them.
point.
They're pushing all the way down.
As long as there's one.
Aggressive finish to the game.
Oh,
It
there's
seems
one, there's one,
Victor
there's
one.
is already going to drop down to a wonderful start.
who's
and a
winning here, Dom?
surprise for
Dom's
Liquid.
up.
Or
Not a
I mean,
particularly
Tarik can
good
still
one
win.
at that. Yeah, he's waiting patiently as well. He's even going to get the information off the back of his
What's your
trap,
number,
but
Tarik?
quick enough to close down
I can
another
only get 1 more
2v5.
assist. If anything more than 1 happens, Tarik
It's
wins.
just that little bit too
I think
quick
it's fine,
off
dude.
the kill.
Oh,
Good
wait,
shot
hold
for
on.
Navera, but look how much more is against him.
Has been dreamed and operated from that though.
2v4, grab a kill with the op, maybe. They have to deal with this flank as well, and Marv coming up behind, currently watching forward, and the kill is found.
I think that's
I
it.
win.
On
You win.
his tear
Yep.
this game.
You win.
I win.
He's looked
Yep.
great, and with 16
There it is.
I think
What was the
we
number?
call it here and
I think it was 31 or
I
32,
guess
right?
32. Yeah, it's at 31 right now, but it has -1.
He's got a sprint at them.
Sure you did your math
It's
right?
already done.
No.
13. Optic's map choice. The